Give me 1 second. Alright, what's good YouTube? It's your boy cd.achille. Today we're gonna react to top 10, top 20 greatest TV sitcom of the 2000s. Sorry there was no video for the past 2 days. The audio wasn't working. 1, the audio wasn't working, and 2, I've been working, so yeah. I mean, I posted a video, the 3v3 reaction, but my audio up, like, you couldn't hear me. You can hear the video, but if you want me to rewatch it again, just let me know in the comments below. But let's get straight to this video. It's by WatchMojo.com. They be giving me, I be getting copyright claims, so let's see if they don't give me one.
Now, you want to know what the best thing about childhood is? At some point it stops.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 TV sitcoms of the 2000s.
It doesn't matter anyway, it's about music, not about the
Maybe in the 70s, guys, but come on, get up with the 90s.
For this list, we'll be looking at the best live-action situational comedies that premiered between 2000 and 2009. So our apologies to that 70s show, but you were a couple of years too early to make the cut.
Uh-oh.
If you love these hilarious and heartwarming TV shows as much as we do, let us know in the comments. Number 20, 2.5 Men. After Alan Harper splits from his wife, he moves in with his freewheeling bachelor brother Charlie. In tow is Alan's son Jake.
Aw, Different Stroke was in 1978. Damn it.
They learn to live together despite their differences.
Your mom is my grandma.
Yep.
Grandma says you're a bitter disappointment.
The show ran for over a decade,
I'm talking about, like,
and never ran out of steam despite some of the main cast's departures. We got to see the 2.5 Men evolve into 3 grown men throughout the series, and it's not every day you get to see a show continue successfully after killing off their main character.
You know, this is a very sad day for all of us.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, when I seen that episode, I was mad, cause I was like, damn, he really passed. But then, look at all these girls that he plowed, like, oh jeez.
Whether it was Charlie Sheen or Ashton Kutcher at the helm, this sitcom had us in stitches from beginning to end.
Look, I appreciate the pep talk, but I've lost all hope.
Well, I can't give you hope, but I can't give you my American Express Black Card.
Hopes for losers.
Number 19, 8 Simple Rules. When Kate Hennessy takes on a job as a full-time nurse, her overprotective husband Paul is left at home in charge of the kids. But he quickly realizes that he's not well equipped to deal with teenagers.
How did Rory get rolled up in the carpet? They put me in for spying on them.
You would not believe him. You this little
I don't want to hear it. Just get down here and unfurl your brother.
This is another show that had to improvise due to the loss of a main cast member after John Ritter tragically passed in the middle of the series, and the show was left without its patriarch.
Rory, will you please not keep your shoes on the stairs?
Those are Dad's.
David Spade and James Garner stepped in as the father figures, but no matter who was in the cast throughout its 3-year run, 8 Simple Rules always managed to stay hilarious, relatable, and heartfelt.
Alright, Scooch.
What do you think you're doing?
You going to bed?
Oh, not here, you're not.
It's okay, Grandpa. I'm wearing underpants this time.
Well, I'm not.
Number 18, Flight of the Conchords. Based on the real-life comedy duo Jermaine Clement and Brett McKenzie, Flight of the Conchords only got 2 seasons, but what glorious seasons they were.
Your beard is good. It's just a compliment for you, your beard. Just a compliment about your beard being good.
Oh, thank you.
And also have another one here. You're good.
Now, I'll be honest, some of these kids, sitcom shows I never heard of.
This unconventional
The ones I be watching, Malcolm in the Middle.
Shepherds from New
No,
Zealand
not that one.
to work as musicians. They're helped and hindered by their
Modern Family.
and manager Murray.
There's a couple. I haven't watched sitcom in a long ass time. Oh,
Dog, right? Not phoning the dog.
How I Met Your Mother.
Once in a while.
The show's humor is brilliantly dry, and each episode features hilarious songs courtesy of Clement and Mackenzie. These musical moments have become iconic, and they helped set this sitcom apart.
Standing in the sitting room, totally skint in your favourite jersey is covered in leather.
Yo.
You want to sit down, but you sold your chair, so you just stand there.
Number 17, Rules of Engagement. This 100-episode-strong sitcom centers around a group of friends as they try to maneuver through a variety of romantic relationships.
Actually, we have a private room in which...
Yeah, I remember watching this, but I didn't watch it like all the time. It was a couple.
Yes.
And
Practicing for all these
obviously two of the half man, anger management, I think. Yeah, that one.
Adam and Jennifer, and their single womanizing friend Russell. Patrick Warburton is predictably hilarious as Jeff, and David Spade steals the show as Russell.
I do what I want, I date who I want, and I sleep with whoever will let me.
Even though Rules of Engagement didn't sit well with critics, the cast and crew have their loyal fan base to thank for keeping the show on our TV screens for 7 seasons.
I thought this was How I Met Your Mother.
Reba.
Time for you and me to face
Mikey Molly. I used to watch that too.
You're gonna have to schedule your life around football, and I'm gonna have to learn how to get my own ice.
Country singer Reba McEntire carried this comedy for 6 years, earning the show consistently high viewership and ratings. The sitcom revolves around sarcastic single mother Reba Hart, the matriarch of a family that's falling apart. She's the only one that can keep it together. All in one day, she learns that her teenage daughter is pregnant along with her husband's mistress. And that's just the start of her troubles.
You can get pregnant the first time you have sex, most days of the month, standing up, sitting down in a hotel hot tub.
Audiences loved seeing Reba navigate these unexpected turns with humor and grace, not to mention gentle hands and the heart of a fighter.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! This is a wedding! You're ruining it!
Number 15, Party Down.
Alright, come on, let's hear it. Hey!
I'd rather not.
Are we having fun yet? Are we having fun yet? Are we having fun yet?
Party Down may have only lasted 2 seasons, but this is a classic example of quality over quantity. The multifaceted sitcom is about a group of caterers in LA who come from different backgrounds in the entertainment industry as writers, actors, and models. While some have failed at their craft, others are still waiting for their big break. Each episode is named after an event they cater, and all of the characters deal with their day-to-day struggles in their own unique way.
This is the home of Cole Landry, and it's draft day, when all his dreams come true.
Wait, what dude's dream is get sent to Afghanistan?
Even though the show has been over for a number of years, there is a revival limited series on the horizon, and we can't wait to see what the characters are up to now.
You walk into that room and you seduce them.
Number 14, The IT Crowd. We love a good workplace sitcom, and this British show about a group of coworkers in the IT department is among the best.
Did you and her hit it off?
Define hit it off?
Did she continue talking to you once she fixed her computer?
No.
Roy and Maurice are underappreciated nerds who deal out hilarious quips as they work to keep the business running, hidden away in the company's basement. Their manager, Jen, is completely computer illiterate with no idea what she's doing.
Clicking, double clicking, the computer screen, of course, the keyboard, the bit that goes on the floor down there.
The hard drive?
Correct.
Oh. Well, you said you seem to know your stuff.
The series was praised by real information technology workers for its accuracy, but the IT Crowd still unfortunately came to an end after 4 seasons. The show was so beloved that several adaptations have been attempted, and there was even an American version starring Joel McHale that was filmed but never aired.
My God. Wow. It feels like it just ended. It was so boring.
Number 13, Parks and Recreation. Even though this show took a season or 2 to find its footing, once it did, it was unstoppable. Set in the fictional town of Pawnee in Indiana, the mockumentary is a political satire about the local parks department. Leslie Knope's passion for improving her town is the driving force of the show, as her idealism encounters obstacle after obstacle.
There's nothing we can't do if we work hard, never sleep, and shirk all other responsibilities in our lives. You with me?
Full of hilarious characters who were perfectly cast, this show only got better and better as it went on. To this day, Parks and Recreation is still one of the best shows to portray government and politics in a humorous and relatable way.
That idea is literally the greatest idea I have ever heard in my life. That idea is terrible.
Number 12, Everybody Hates Chris. Some of our...
Number 12! How I forgot about Everybody Hate Chris. But number 12? Gotta be top 10.
Shows are inspired by real life, and Everybody Hates Chris is a textbook example.
My mother hated Raggedy. She always said it's better to be poor and neat than a rich and ragged. I think she said that because we were poor.
Side note, I didn't know, I don't know his real name. I'm sorry, but Chris, for everybody, Chris and Cyrus from Let It Shine are brothers. I ain't know they was actually brothers. No.
Created and narrated by Chris Rock, this series was based on his upbringing in predominantly white schools. Still managing to elicit chuckles as it navigated important topics, it was beloved by fans and critics alike.
If you don't go to school, you go to work.
But what kind of job is he supposed to get with the 10th grade education?
I don't know. Ask George Bush.
While it was only around for 4 years, Rock City felt the show had come to a natural conclusion, with young Chris dropping out of school, which would eventually lead him into stand-up comedy. But there are plans to reboot it in the form of a cartoon, and we'll be anxiously waiting for its return. Number 11, Community. Based on Dan Harmon's college experience, Community tells the story of lawyer-turned-student Jeff Winger. He forms a study group at Greendale Community College in an attempt to get closer to Britta, who invites some other misfit students to join.
Britta invited me. Is that cool?
Oh, I can't think of a single logical reason why not.
Cool.
There you go. Oh, hey, here, put your contact info down right there. That's right.
Cool.
The eclectic group grows close over their time at the college, and the rest of the series follows the gang as they try to find where they fit in. Community has gained cult status over the years, and been recognized for its clever writing and charming cast.
Because the real bugs aren't the ones in those bags. There's no such thing as a free Caesar salad. And even if there were, the cake still might find a second life on...
So this is top 20 greatest TV sitcom of the 2000. Guess what they put everybody at Chris? 12.
Recently, there's even been talk of making a film based on the sitcom, and we have our fingers crossed as we think that would be cool.
The fuck?
Cool.
Show's gonna last 3 weeks! 6 seasons and a movie!
Number 10, Scrubs.
I'm Elliot.
Elliot.
Yeah, don't do that.
Usually medical TV shows aren't particularly comedic, but Scrubs decided to break that mold. Throughout the show, we get to see JD, Turk, and Elliot grow up professionally and personally. Groundbreaking in its storytelling, revealing more about its characters through voice and even musical numbers. With humor, it was able to tell challenging stories in a lighthearted way. This sitcom had a way of making viewers feel like they were casually hanging out with friends, and the one-liners made us laugh out loud every single episode.
Great job, Sai. You said your line perfectly.
Oh, thanks. I worked on it.
I knew it would set you off. Good night, best friend.
Number 9, Malcolm in the Middle. What's it like being a genius in a family of dimwits? Malcolm Wilkerson can tell you all about it, and he does through 7 hilarious seasons on Malcolm in the Middle.
I got accepted into Harvard. We don't know how we're going to pay for it, but we've got to find a way. It's my dream school. It's 2,000 miles away from home.
Malcolm is raised by eternally angry Lois and lovable goofball Hal, along with his 3 brothers. A young Frankie Muniz shines as the reluctant nerd, and watching him navigate school and his dysfunctional family is always comical.
Around here, being smart is exactly like being radioactive.
It's no wonder this show was nominated for an Emmy over 30 times. Sunday nights were always a little more fun when we got to see the Wilkersons on our screens.
I am the victim here! Those are my hopes and dreams you're scrubbing out your crap!
Number 8, 30 Rock. Some of the best sitcoms are inspired by the creators' real-life experiences, and this show is a perfect case in point.
Excuse me, Mr. Weinerslav.
It's pronounced Wienerslave.
Okay, Jeffrey. Is there anything I can do to speed this process up so I can just get back to work?
Tina Fey stars as Liz Lemon, head writer and showrunner for a sketch comedy show produced at 30 Rockefeller Plaza. The plot mirrors Fey's own experience as the head writer on Saturday Night Live, as she deals with larger-than-life personalities and the unpredictability involved in working on a TV show.
What are you doing?
Oh,
I'm sorry, are you on some subconscious level seeing this as me toying with your manhood?
Of course I am. I invented that.
30 Rock features an all-star cast with Alec Baldwin as Lemon's boss and Tracy Morgan as the star of the show.
I don't need to read it. The whole thing is loosely based on the evening I spent with Isaiah Thomas.
During the sitcom's 7-year run, the satirical look at life at NBC Studios left an indelible mark on the small screen. Number 7, The Big Bang Theory.
Okay, understandable.
Men, The Big Bang Theory put nerds front and center. The show follows friends and physicists Leonard, Sheldon, and Raj, engineer Howard, and aspiring actress Penny. The boys share geeky interests, but struggle with everyday social engagement.
Yo, Raj, talk to me.
This man, the only time he will talk to girls if he's drunk. That's the only time.
The characters grow up a lot throughout the show's run, coming into their own professionally and in their relationships. While The Big Bang Theory started off low in the ratings, it became a massive hit that ran for over a decade, and even inspired a surge of real-life college students pursuing physics.
Physics encompasses the entire universe, from quantum particles to supernovas, from spinning electrons to spinning galaxies.
Yeah, okay, cool. I don't need the PBS special.
Number 6, Modern Family. We dare you to get through an episode of this hilarious mockumentary-style sitcom without cracking up or shedding a tear.
You know what's ironic? You come over here complaining, and I have never once said a word about that obnoxious parrot of yours.
Oh, it's 2020? Oh.
Parrot?
What parrot?
Yay! Yay! Yay!
Modern Family centers around Jay Pritchett's family, including his young wife Gloria and her son Manny. Jay's daughter Claire and her husband Phil navigate life with their 3 kids, while Claire's brother Mitchell and his partner Cam raise their adopted daughter Lily.
Come into my house and you insult me and my boyfriend, who, by the way, is not that dramatic.
The show tackles issues like divorce, health, adoption, gay rights, and unplanned pregnancy through the eyes of an average extended family in the modern world. The show consistently garnered millions of viewers and has been nominated for 80 Primetime Emmys and 12 Golden Globes, showing that it's universally loved by fans and critics alike.
Apparently, we are in very high demand.
Number 5, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Set in an Irish pub in Philly, this sitcom follows friends Charlie, Mac, and Dennis as the co-owners of Patty's. Their gang also includes Sweet Dee, who waitresses at the pub, and Frank, their reluctant father figure.
That is not my future. I'm not going to be buried in a grave. When I'm dead, just throw me in the trash.
The owners, staff, and customers at Patty's are all flawed and dealing with their own problems, including substance abuse and mental illnesses. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia deals out both laughs and tears, and is one of the few shows on this list that's still airing. It's also the longest-running comedy on cable TV, proving that it is truly deserving of a spot in our top 5.
Oh, what, you thought we'd gone?
You like that, wouldn't you? We ain't going anywhere.
Number 4, How I Met Your Mother. A year after Friends came to an end, we were introduced to another sitcom about 20-something friends living in New York.
Kids, I'm going to tell you an incredible story. The story of how I met your mother.
Is that Justin from Wizard with Replace? Am I tripping?
Mother.
In 2030, Ted Mosby tells his kids the story of how he met their mother years earlier. Throughout the show's 9 seasons, Ted searches for his true love. And through it all, he has Marshall, Lily, Robin, and Barney by his side.
You just kiss her. Not if you don't get the signal. Did Marshall get me the signal?
No! I didn't, I swear.
All of the characters struggle with relationships, careers, and friendships, making the show relatable and humorous for everyone who survived their 20s. Even though it ended with a controversial finale, we're sure this show will be considered one of the best for years to come. Number 3, Arrested Development. Jason Bateman takes center stage as Michael Bluth, who's trying to keep his quirky family together after their father's arrest.
There's $250,000 lining the walls of the banana stand. What? Cash, Michael. When you tell me that? How much clearer can I say? There's always money in the banana stand! No touch! No touch!
Throughout the show, we see the conflicting personalities in the Bluth family as they try to adjust to their new lifestyle. Although Michael is clearly the logical choice to handle the family's wealth, he battles with his snobbish and ignorant family to do so.
I want to cry so bad. I don't think I can spare the moisture.
Despite the fact that Arrested Development was received well by critics, low viewership led to a premature cancellation after 3 seasons. Netflix brought the show back to life in 2013 and finally gave viewers the closure they needed. This showed the world that canceling the show was, as Job would say,
I made a huge mistake.
Number 2, Curb Your Enthusiasm. After the end of Seinfeld, fans were craving more of Larry David's humor, and Curb Your Enthusiasm was just the show to satisfy this.
We have a policy in this office that you're seen as you sign in. That's
What is it like a bakery? You pick a number and the first number goes?
Basically it's first come, first
So
served.
why don't you just have a little ticket? We can all take numbers instead of even, why do you even give out the appointments? You don't even need appointments.
Based on a fictional version of the Seinfeld co-creator, Larry David plays a narcissistic, semi-retired screenwriter. The show follows the everyday woes of his life with his wife, played by Cheryl Hines, and his best friend, played by Jeff Garlin, in what is essentially another show about nothing.
You can't control who pops in. She pops in.
She pops in? Well, why did you pop her out?
I tried popping her out. She wouldn't pop out.
Well, she insisted on staying?
The main purpose of the sitcom is to make us laugh, and Curb Your Enthusiasm has done exactly that for 11 seasons and counting, proving that it is indeed one of the best of all time.
Thank you, by the way. That doesn't wow.
Before we continue, be sure to into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, The Office.
Yes, hello.
Understandable. Very understandable.
I'm the regional manager of Dunder Mifflin Paper Products. Just wanted to talk to manager.
The original British version of this show was also a great candidate for this list. But with apologies to Ricky Gervais, we have to give the top spot to our friends at Dunder Mifflin.
I still love that after 7 years.
The eccentric Michael Scott manages a run-of-the-mill paper company in Pennsylvania, overseeing
That's how that was that shit back in the 2013, I think. That's why people made that to a trend. And then that little kid, what's up, nigga, bitch?
Characters who are all too familiar to anyone in the workforce. Since their debut in 2005, they've all become iconic, from Jim Halpert to Dwight Schrute.
What kind of bear is best? It's a ridiculous question. False. Black bear. That's debatable. There are basically 2 schools of thought. Fact. Bears eat beets. Bears eats Battlestar Galactica.
The romance between Jim and Pam still feels just as real, and the evolution of Michael Scott's character remains a compelling watch. Without a doubt, The Office is the best sitcom of the 2000s.
I think that pretty much sums it up.
Do you agree with our picks?
Well, that's it in this video. I know you was wondering why they were talking about the sitcom show they were showing. I didn't know all of them. I was mostly into like cartoons, but I had watched a couple of sitcoms like Different Strokes. I just checked earlier. It was made in 1978. So yeah, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and CD out. Yeah.